global markets are wrestling with a fascinating divergence. While the Dow just jumped to a record close, signaling broader market strength, the Nasdaq is sliding. Big tech names, especially in the chip sector, are under pressure, but here in India, our markets are showing incredible resilience. What's driving this decoupling? It's a critical shift in global monetary expectations and commodity prices that's creating a powerful tailwind for India. Here's the context. The latest US jobs report reveals a significant cooling in job creation, with payroll growth coming in well below expectations. Furthermore, the labor force participation rate has fallen to its lowest point in 50 years, outside of the COVID era. This isn't just a slight miss, it's a clear signal that the US labor market is finally softening. So, why does this matter for your portfolio? This softer jobs data has immediately calmed fears of further aggressive rate hikes from the Federal Reserve. Investors are now pricing in a prolonged period of the Fed holding rates steady for the rest of 2026. This easing of financial conditions globally creates a more favorable backdrop, especially for emerging markets like India. Meanwhile, the Magnificent Seven narrative in global tech appears to be crumbling under AI pressure and valuation reassessment. We are seeing significant drops in chip stocks like Micron and Intel, falling up to 11% after their record-breaking rally. Even giants like Apple and Microsoft are facing pressure. This capital rotation out of stretched tech valuations is a critical theme for global investors. The next signal comes from commodity markets, which are offering a massive tailwind for India. Oil prices are sliding significantly, driven by progress in the Strait of Hormuz. This geopolitical de-escalation means Saudi Arabia has ramped up oil shipments. For a net oil importer like India, cheaper crude directly translates into lower inflation pressures and improved trade balances, boosting our economic outlook. This is where India's resilience truly emerges. With global macro headwinds behind us and cheaper oil, large caps are poised to outperform. We've seen the Nifty IT index log its best one-day gains in over a year, and the Sensex has rallied over 579 points, crossing the 24,150 mark. This is more than just a bounce, it's a fundamental repricing of Indian assets. Our domestic growth drivers are firing on all cylinders. Consumer resilience is strong, signaled by robust two-wheeler exports and accelerating EV adoption. The private credit market in India has doubled its assets under management to $25 billion in just 5 years, showcasing deep financial sector growth. Even major global institutions like Citi are recognizing this, becoming the #1 investment banker in India. Capital formation and infrastructure plays are also gaining momentum. Adani Enterprises just launched a Qualified Institutional Placement, or QIP, signaling significant institutional interest and expansion plans. And look at Vedant Iron and Steel, its shares delivered an incredible 113% return in just 13 days since listing. This indicates strong appetite for core industrial and manufacturing assets. But that is only part of the story. While India rides this wave, some segments are still navigating choppy waters. We need to acknowledge the counterarguments. For instance, some US private credit markets are betting heavily on consumer debt at a precarious time, which could create systemic risk. On our domestic front, ICRA has cut Utkarsh Small Finance Bank's ratings due to weak asset quality. These pockets of concern highlight the need for careful selection. Looking forward, the global market implications are clear, a continued divergence. The Dow, representing a broader industrial economy, is reaching new highs, while the growth-heavy Nasdaq struggles. Defensive sectors like healthcare surged in June, showing a rotation into more stable areas. This suggests a healthier, more balanced market, away from concentrated tech bets. This shift has significant capital flow implications for India. institutions like Macritchie are selling stakes in companies like PB Fintech, not necessarily due to weakness, but potentially freeing up capital for other high-growth opportunities or rebalancing. At the same time, India's private credit market doubling and initiatives like Adani's QIP show robust demand for quality Indian assets, indicating a rotation of global capital directly into our markets. Given this setup, several names are on breakout watch. Adani Enterprises is one, with its QIP signaling strong institutional backing and growth trajectory. Tata Motors' PV segment shows impressive domestic strength, with sales jumping 46%. Vedant Iron and Steel, after its phenomenal post-listing run, continues to show structural momentum. And for broader exposure, the Mirae Asset BSE Midcap 150 Momentum 30 ETF offers exposure to improving relative strength in midcaps. On the other side, some areas deserve trim consideration. Global tech names that remain stretched in valuation, even after recent pullbacks, could see further yield pressure. Domestically, while banking generally looks good, specific small finance banks like Utkarsh Small Finance Bank with weak asset quality should be watched closely. Also, companies like Cordelia Cruises, which experienced extreme post-listing volatility, could enter trim consideration if growth expectations become excessive relative to fundamentals. The forward-looking market setup for India is exceptionally strong. As global macro headwinds soften with stable rates and cheaper oil, domestic drivers like consumption, infrastructure spending, and robust financial deepening are creating powerful tailwinds. This structural momentum, combined with ongoing capital rotation out of global tech, positions India for continued relative strength and potential outperformance in the coming quarters. To stay ahead of these structural capital rotations and navigate the evolving market landscape with institutional-grade insights, make sure to subscribe to SMANI News. We'll see you in the next breakdown.